By sundown, 2 Roman cities will be ash, and a third will carry a wound that never fully closes, a black scar still sitting under London today. An emperor across the sea will seriously consider abandoning this island because of what you do. You don't know that yet. Level 1. The Bitter Cup. You are about 38 years old. Watling Street, Britannia, 60 AD. Frost stiffens the grass under your boots. Behind you, 80,000 people vanish into the mist. Warriors, wagons, children brought to watch a victory. Inside your cloak sits a small clay cup, sealed shut with wax. You do not open it yet. Across the valley, 10,000 Roman soldiers stand locked in 3 tight lines. They do not move. They do not shout. Their shields do not tremble. They are simply waiting for you to make one mistake. You have no idea yet what that mistake will be. Level 2. The Signature. 6 years earlier. Most versions of this story start with a battle. The real one starts with a piece of parchment. Your husband, King Persuagus, dies quietly in his own hall. No poison, no war, just age. He leaves half his kingdom to Emperor Nero. Half to you and your 2 daughters. A gesture, meant to buy peace with paperwork instead of soldiers. Roman officials arrive within the week. They read exactly half the document aloud. Then they stop, and fold it away. A dead king's wishes mean nothing once his heart stops. The visit was never about the will. The will was only the excuse to walk through your door. Level 3. The Whip. Roman officials decide an example is required. Loud enough to travel through every village before winter. You are bound in front of your own people and flogged in public. The strikes are counted aloud. Salt is pressed into the open skin afterward. No record explains why, because to them it needs none. That same night, your 2 daughters are taken into the soldiers' quarters. History records what happens there in one flat sentence, and refuses to say more. Here is the irony Rome does not see coming. The punishment built to end resistance becomes the reason resistance cannot be stopped. You survived that night, so do your daughters. Every Roman officer in Britain will spend the next year regretting it. Level 4. The Invocation. Weeks pass in a silence that is not peace. It is planning, moving house to house in whispers Rome's translators never catch. In a clearing ringed by old oak, you release a hair from beneath your cloak. An old ritual, reading the will of the gods before war. It runs free. To your right, a good omen. You raise both arms. You call one word to the goddess of victory. In the only language that has ever belonged to you. Andraste. Tribes that have hated each other for 3 generations go silent. Then they roar. Old grudges dissolve in a single afternoon. It will not survive contact with a narrow valley. One that does not exist yet. Not for 6 more weeks. Level 5. The Swelling Storm. Word of the flogging travels faster than any army could. Villages that ignored your husband's death send warriors within days. Old border disputes are set aside. Smoke from the first burned outposts is visible for miles before you reach them. By the time you approach Camulodunum, your numbers have already doubled. Then doubled again. Roman settlers pack what they can carry and run for the coast. Some do not run fast enough. Farms stand empty, meals still cooling on the table. The road behind your army grows quieter with every mile. The road ahead does not know it yet. Level 6. The Toppled God. Camulodunum falls first. Rome's proudest colony. Built on land taken from your own people. Your army pulls down the bronze statue of Emperor Claudius inside his own temple. Ropes thick as a man's arm. The head is torn from the body. It is thrown into a river 50 miles north. It will lie underwater for nearly 2,000 years. Until someone finds it, and proves this story is real. The temple burns for 2 full days. Veterans who trusted its stone walls do not walk back out. 2,000 legionaries from the 9th are ambushed on the road before they see the smoke. Almost none make it back. Level 7. The Second Fire and the Third. Word reaches Londinium before you do. The governor, Suetonius Paulinus, rides in. He studies the numbers. He simply rides back out. Everyone too old or too stubborn to run is left behind. The city burns to its foundations in a single day. Hot enough to melt pottery on the shelves. Verulamium is next. A proud town that believes cooperation might buy mercy. It doesn't. One man carries most of the blame for starting this. A procurator named Catus Decianus. He boards a ship for Gaul. He never returns to the island. 3 cities gone. Between 70 and 80,000 dead. By Roman counting, the black line this fire leaves in the soil will still be there 2,000 years later. Level 8. The Emperor who almost quits. This is the part most retellings skip. In Rome, Emperor Nero receives report after report. 3 colonies gone. Thousands dead. A province won revolt from collapse. The biographer Suetonius later writes that Nero seriously considers pulling every soldier out of Britain, abandoning it for good. An emperor ruling the largest empire on earth is, for a few days, one report away from giving it up. An island he has never once visited. That report never arrives. Suetonius Paulinus makes sure of it. His best legions are still weeks away in Wales. The 14th, part of the 20th, he gathers what he has. 10,000 men, not the 30,000 he needs. He chooses a valley on a road called Watling Street. Level 9. The charge. Present tense again. Watling Street. You climb into your war chariot. Both daughters stand beside you. One of the only details every surviving Roman account agrees on. Iron wheels grind against frozen ground. War horns sound low across the valley. 80,000 voices answer at once, loud enough to shake the frost off nearby branches. The Roman line does not move. It does not break. It carries javelins first, short blades second, and cold discipline where you have raw numbers. You have always believed numbers would matter more. You are one charge away from finding out exactly how wrong that is. Level 10. The wall of wagons. Rome's front line absorbs the first wave. Then the second. Then it pushes forward. Wedge-shaped. Drilled for years for precisely this. Your warriors fall back toward the open field behind them. Thousands of family wagons sit parked there in a wide crescent, placed that morning to watch the victory. Instead, the wagons become a wall. There is no ground left to retreat onto. Roman cavalry close in from both flanks at once. By the time the valley falls silent, Tacitus writes down a number that survives to this day. Close to 80,000 Britons dead in a single afternoon. Roman losses, by the same count, around 400. Level 11. The bitter cup. Fulfilled. You are not captured. Every surviving account agrees on that. Somewhere past the burning wagons, you reach inside your cloak, out of sight of the soldiers still searching for the one prisoner Rome wants alive. The small clay cup, sealed since morning. The wax breaks easily now, softened by hours against your skin. The taste is bitter, exactly as its name suggests. It works faster than any question Rome will ever get to ask you. Your name means victory, in a language Rome never bothered to learn correctly. Historians will argue for 2,000 years. Over your face, your grave, never found, the exact spelling of your name. Not one of them will ever forget the 3 cities you burned in a single season. You lived this once. And now, you're history.